Hi there, I'm Alicia, and I'm a psychiatric nurse practitioner, and I own my own private practice. And I teach other psych NPs how to find freedom and balance in their lives by owning their own private practices as well. Today is going to be a short but so important video. We're going to talk about the seasons of private practice, that natural ebb and flow. I think that this exists really in every business where there are high seasons and low seasons. And so it is important to know this when you're getting into business ownership so that you can kind of know early on, because then you can make really good choices early on and not feel like you're kind of shooting in the dark as to when you launch, when you take vacation, when you're in the office, when you're out of the office, things like that. So I am going to share those tips and tricks with you that I have seen in my own business. And also I have mentored over 60 now. I'm making this video in November of 2023. I have 60 people that I have now mentored in opening their own private practices. So those guys and everyone else that I consult with in my personal network, this is generally what I'm finding in our line of work is common. These seasons seem to be common, and many people agree. So I'm going to share it with you so you can make good decisions about your business launch and the times that you take off. So number one, let's talk about the high seasons. This is very exciting. So this is the fall and the spring, the harvest seasons. This is when you're getting a lot of new referrals, a lot of new patients booking, a lot of your follow-ups are booking. These tend to be the high seasons. And honestly, it is specifically around the months of January/February and August/September. And so this is a high time. Then the low times. Let's talk about winter first. So winter is a low time. I think that people are preparing for the holidays. Days are shorter. People are, staying in. It's colder. People aren't really necessarily like reaching out and booking. They're preparing for travel, preparing to see family, preparing to cook and everything for the holidays. So I find that it tends to be low booking for new intakes and low booking for the follow-ups. Usually follow-ups tend to say, "Oh, Alicia, I want to see you after the holidays. Let's push the appointment a little bit." That's mostly the common experience that I've had now. Now let's talk about another low season, the summer. I find that a lot of patients no-show on me because they're out having fun. Kids are out of school, which means like if you see kids, they're out of school, they're out having fun. If you see adults, the adults' children are out of school and they're taking care of them. A lot of people are traveling. A lot of people are out and about, taking family vacations, things like that. And so I find that I have a lot of no-shows and I don't have a lot of new patient bookings. Actually, this year in 2023, I took 4 weeks off in the summer and I barely noticed it. Like, people weren't really trying to book new visits with me, and patients weren't really wanting to see me. They were wanting to work around their vacation. So I worked with that, and I took the last 2 weeks of July off and the first 2 weeks of August off, and it worked out amazingly. So why does this matter? I think number one, why this matters is it helps you know that you're not alone. People often I see will open during a winter season and they will feel like, "Oh my gosh, what am I doing wrong? I'm not getting any referrals." And I'm saying I've owned a business, for however long I have at this point, and I'm not getting new referrals in the winter either. It kind of helps people not feel so alone and not feel like their business is failing. So I think that's really important. And number two, I think that it's important with that knowledge to know that you need to ride it out. And it helps you make good decisions about your business and not panicked decisions like, "Oh my gosh, I have to change this, I have to change that, I have to change my marketing." Don't panic. Let this season ride out. Experience what the higher season is going to bring you and then make choices. I usually recommend that the people that I mentor not make big decisions unless they've monitored how their practice is for 6 months, because you really don't know based on 1 or 2 months of data. That doesn't really tell you anything about whether you're doing something right or doing something wrong. Number 3 reason why this is important is it helps you plan your own vacations. I personally want to be in the office ready to take new referrals during those high seasons, and then I want to be out and having fun when my patients are out. If I'm taking vacations during a high time, I'm missing out on new referrals, but if I'm taking vacation on a low time, it's fine, no big deal. So I want to work with it on when I take time off so that I can take as much time off as I need to during that time and not feel like I have to really necessarily rush back. Number 4, and probably the most important for most of you watching this video, is that you can plan your launch. I think that it's really great to plan for launch during a high season so that you don't get discouraged. So I think that it's a great time to plan your launch if in around January, in preparation for that January, February high time, and then launching maybe in the summer, so like around July, to prep for that August, September high time. And so if you are looking for help and support and step-by-step guidance on how to start a private practice as a psych NP, I can help. I have a full mentorship program, and there are videos, a community forum, group live calls. There's a lot. So check it out in the link below if you are looking for a mentor to support you through building out the practice that you're dreaming of. I would be happy to help. And until next time, see you guys later, and happy practice building.